Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be taking a look at a 4K mini LED gaming monitor from KTC, and this monitor comes with an insane spec with a 27-inch IPS mini LED panel, 3-sided bezel-less design, supports HDMI 2.1, its display HDR 1000, together with a lightning fast 1 millisecond response time. There's a 120Hz refresh rate on consoles and 160Hz on PCs. It has AMD FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA G-Sync support, together with inbuilt speakers. There's also a Type-C upstream port with power delivery and a built-in KVM. All details are in the description below, including purchasing links. Now you may be wondering who KTC are. Well, they've been around for quite a while, since 1995. They used to be an OEM for Japanese, Korean and Taiwanese brands like NEC, Samsung and ViewSonic. With 1,000 of their own R&D engineers, from 2021 they've introduced their own range of gaming monitors with a similar price range of products as their competitors, but with a better spec. So I'm pretty excited to test this one out. So I'll be taking a closer look at this monitor to see how well it performs when gaming and how good it is as a productivity monitor. Plus I'll be comparing it to the LG UltraGear 27GP950 and the BenQ EX2710U to see how it compares in terms of performance, picture quality and gaming. So let's begin by opening it up and briefly seeing what you get inside the packaging. But before I begin, let me know which monitor you're currently using. And if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. In the box you get a quick start guide, a color calibration factory report, a power adapter with a DC connector, some documentation, a power cable with a kettle connector, a Type-C to Type-C cable, a DisplayPort 1.4 cable, a HDMI 2.1 cable, a monitor arm, monitor stand, and underneath here is the monitor. The monitor arm and feet can easily be attached. Just clip the monitor arm into position and the stand screws in at the bottom. The back of the monitor is completely black. You've got the VESA mount location that's 100 by 100 millimeters, and this allows you to use different monitor arms or even mount it on a wall. In the top two corner locations, you have the LED strip leading towards the center and a circular LED in the middle that provides RGB lighting at the back. Connection points are at the bottom, which includes a power input, 2 USB downstream ports, a USB-B upstream port, a Type-C port, a DisplayPort 1.4, 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, a headphone jack. On the left you've got a joystick toggle allowing you to turn the monitor on and off and navigate around the OSD menu. There's also a Kensington locking point, and the lower grills are where the speakers are located. The front of the monitor is also black with an almost bezel-less 3-sided design with a larger lower area. You've got the KTC branding in the center. The monitor stand is also black with a flat base that keeps the monitor pretty stable. You can adjust the height of the monitor by 9 centimeters up and down. It can also be tilted -5 degrees down and 20 degrees up. You can swivel it from left to right up to 20 degrees in either direction, and you can even rotate it from landscape to portrait in either direction, enabling you to decide which side you want the chin on. There's even a cable management point located at the back to keep things looking tidy, with the color being a neon pink. The picture quality on the 27-inch IPS display is really good and sharp at 3840 by 2160 with a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. The contrast ratio is 1000 to 1, and it's a HDR 1000 monitor, meaning it can reach a peak brightness of 1000 nits in HDR. The IPS panel has the latest technology that delivers a 4 times faster response time than a normal IPS panel. The arrangement of the rapid liquid crystal is similar to IPS displays, but by reducing the thickness of the liquid crystal layer, it achieves a faster response. The panel on the M27P20 Pro is the same as the Sony InZone M9 monitor. The colors and contrast levels are very good, looking very vibrant. The screen has an anti-glare coating, so if you're working in a well-lit area or working next to a window, there's minimal glare. Viewing angles are good, covering 178 degrees from left to right, and viewing off center, the picture doesn't really get too washed out like with other IPS panels. It has AMD FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA G-Sync to give a smooth, tear-free experience when gaming. You get 2 HDMI 2.1 ports supporting 120Hz when connecting to your PS5 or Xbox Series X. Plus it supports the full bandwidth of 48 gigabits per second, meaning there's no restrictions on there to limit performance. Now if you're wondering what this means, well, if we take a look at these 3 images, 444 is the uncompressed pixels, 422 and 420 contains images that are subsampled to approximately the same colors as the 444 image. 422 and 420 requires less bandwidth over HDMI 2.1 to display those images, and 444 is what this monitor uses. Now on the Xbox Series X, there's no impact as it has a feature known as DSC, or display stream compression, enabling it to display 4K at 120Hz without any artifacting or loss of quality, but unfortunately DSC is not available on the PlayStation 5. Backlight bleed is there, like with most IPS panels, but with this mini LED monitor, you have 576 local dimming zones, and this is where this monitor has the edge over the competition. And when you enable local dimming, this will dim part of the screen that needs to be darker without affecting the areas of the screen that need to be bright, which allows it to achieve better darker zones. There's 3 options on this, where you can have it off, on standard or high, and looking at a side-by-side comparison, you can see it makes quite a dramatic difference. But to note, it does make the screen brightness slightly lower, but there's a major difference in how black levels are shown, as you can see here. And you can see with local dimming on, blacks look darker with less of a greyish colour, but obviously you're not going to get the inky blacks like you do on an OLED, but it's still pretty impressive for an IPS panel. There's no picture-in-picture or picture-by-picture support on this monitor, but not something I find myself using on monitors of this size. Now I've connected the monitor to my Xbox Series X. Looking in the settings, you can see everything is checked other than Dolby Vision for gaming, and watching content at 4K 24Hz, meaning that games that support 120Hz at 4K will be supported by this monitor, with the added feature of variable refresh rates on the Xbox Series X, S and PlayStation 5, giving a great gaming experience. And from what I found, the restriction on 4K at 24Hz doesn't make any difference. You can still watch Netflix on there without any issues. I've been using this monitor for a week now on both my Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and the gaming experience is awesome. Colors are vibrant and very sharp, with the DCI-P3 at 99%, sRGB of 99%, and even Adobe RGB of 99% from the IPS panel, and with a color depth of 1.07 billion colors, making it perfect for anybody doing color accurate work. Playing Forza Horizon 5 is stunning and gives a smooth and crystal clear gaming experience with no stuttering or screen tearing. Playing Apex Legends, Halo Infinite, and even Fortnite with the lightning fast 1 millisecond response time was great. Gran Turismo Sport, Spider-Man, Demon's Souls, and even Astro's Playroom were awesome on the PlayStation. The colors and contrast levels felt just right with the performance. Using the monitor with a PC for your productivity needs is good, and you can easily work with 2 separate applications open concurrently on the 27-inch display. To get the best refresh rate on a PC, you'd want to connect via the display port, as you can get a refresh rate of 144Hz. And gaming with your PC is excellent, with no screen tearing, and gives very smooth performance, so a big positive. The monitor even supports a refresh rate up to 160Hz on a PC using a DisplayPort cable. You have a built-in Type-C port with power delivery, together with a built-in KVM, allowing me to have my Apple Mac and PC plugged in and flip the keyboard and mouse together with a display between the two, which is not something available on a lot of monitors out there, so a big positive here. The monitor has built-in speakers consisting of 2 2-watt speakers. It's nothing amazing, very tinny sound with 0 to no bass, but regardless of that, I feel it's nice to have them, especially when you're using it for productivity. And the monitor has multiple HDMI ports, so you can just plug in your Amazon Fire Stick if you didn't want to use your PC or console for streaming services. So perfect in a small bedroom as an all-round monitor covering gaming, productivity and streaming. And to give you a rough idea of the sound quality, have a listen to this. The OSD is good, and you can navigate quite easily around the menu using the toggle at the back. At the back, you've got 3 RGB lights, one in each top corner leading towards the center, and a center sphere, which can be controlled via the OSD menu, allowing you to turn it on and off. Select between 3 different static colors and 1 breathing effect. It looks pretty cool and gives a low level of ambient lighting, but there's no brightness control and it doesn't sync with what's happening on the screen. It would have been nice if there was a larger selection of static colors and perhaps even more effects. As a comparison, I've also reviewed the LG 27GP950 and the BenQ EX2710U, which are direct competitors to this monitor. So to give you some details about all these monitors, I've created a table comparing the spec And looking at the table, you can see there's very minimal differences between the three. Design wise, all monitors look pretty good. On the GP950, you have thinner bezels all the way around, so pretty nice, as you can flip between landscape and portrait. And this is also possible with a KTC monitor, but you can flip it from landscape to portrait in either direction, allowing you to have the monitor chin on either side. But this isn't possible on the EX2710U, which is probably intentional due to the speakers along the bottom, together with the inbuilt mic. So a little bit disappointing that the GP950 doesn't have speakers, but the KTC does, but it's nothing near the quality of sound you get from BenQ. You could say KTC's and BenQ's monitors are more of an all-round monitor for gaming, productivity and entertainment, as you could just plug in a Fire Stick and use standalone without any headphones. With BenQ's monitor, you get a remote, which makes things quite convenient, especially if you're using it for entertainment purposes. On the back, they all have LED lighting to give you some ambient lighting, which bounces off the wall, giving a more immersive gaming experience. However, the GP950 gives more superior lighting, which is brighter and can sync with what's happening on the screen using a PC. It also has software allowing you to change settings without having to go into the OSD, something that both the BenQ and KTC monitor doesn't offer. Connectivity wise, they're similar with the same number of display ports, HDMI ports, a display port and upstream port. But BenQ has 4 USB downstream ports, allowing you to connect more peripherals, for example a keyboard, mouse and headset, whereas LG and KTC just has 2. But the KTC also has a Type-C port with power delivery and a built-in KVM, allowing you to use the same keyboard and mouse on different systems like a Mac and a PC, giving it the edge over its competitors. All monitors support a refresh rate of 144 Hz and all have a 1 millisecond response time, but both the KTC and the GP950 can support 160 Hz on a PC, but with all of them, only 120 Hz is supported on a console. In all honesty, all 3 gaming monitors are very similar in performance. LG has the nicest design. I love the sound quality on the BenQ and the fact it comes with a remote, but I'd say the picture and contrast levels on KTC feel much brighter with better black levels with the mini LEDs and 576 local dimming zones, making it more superior in picture quality out of the 3. So in summary, I'm really impressed with the latest gaming monitor from KTC. Great performance when gaming at 4K 120 Hz with a 1 millisecond response time and excellent picture quality and display HDR 1000. The monitor gives an awesome immersive gaming experience with great clarity levels and detail in 4K. And it's awesome that it comes with a Type-C port that has power delivery and has a built-in KVM, allowing you to flip between 2 computers like an Apple Mac and a PC, for example. Price-wise, it comes in at a similar price range as the LG GP950 and the BenQ EX2710U. Plus, you're getting quite a lot for your money, as it's not just a gaming monitor, it's also perfect for both productivity and as an entertainment monitor when using with a Fire Stick to watch movies or TV shows. Negatives-wise, the sound quality from the speakers was pretty poor, with very tinny sound and no depth. It would have been nice to have an option to control the brightness levels on the LEDs at the back, together with having them syncing with what's happening on the screen when gaming. But that's not really a deal breaker. This is an early test model of the M27P20 Pro, and the monitor will be on sale on both KTC's website and on Amazon from January 2023. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. And for those of you who've got to the end of the video, please leave a comment with the words KTC27, as it's nice to see who's got to the end of my videos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.